stuff to talk about.
It's the pre-show. What's happening, Aaron?
Man, just loving life. It's a week. It's a week of hell. I'm ready to be done with it, but I'm glad to get some Amiga action in here. I see you've got some goodies over here.
So. Yeah, so we're going to continue our new thing where instead of having a booze of the week, we have a cocktail of the week. So we got some Grey Goose here. We've got some sparkling cran raspberry.
Cran.
And we've got some lemon juice.
All right.
Okay. So these powers combined form your favorite drink and mine, Cosmopolitan. I know you were a big fan of... Oops, put that in last. I know you were a big fan of Sex and the City when it was on. You watched it all the time.
Hated it. Talk about that. Boy, the title was really misleading.
So let's see. We need to start with a 1 ounce of Cointreau, which I forgot about. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. So
I will entertain the truth.
Yes.
You know, now that we're here, now we're just laid back, we're chilling. I've been playing a lot of Amiga this week to get some Amiga's plays done. I've got so much stuff filmed, and I can tell you that the one thing that drives me nuts, I can see why this computer is not a popular collector computer here. The damn PAL screen. What a pain in the ass this thing is to get this to work right on real hardware. Mm-hmm. Oh man, it screws me so many times.
Can you not? I always thought with the other Amigas, not the 500, but if you held down the mouse button, it would boot into PAL mode.
No.
Is that just a myth?
Like I've got the CD32. Think about it. I've got a CD32 where I've got a switch. I can switch between ETS, but just because it says that, it's still going to come out in PAL. Mm-hmm. There's no way to make it magically not be in PAL. It just is. You know, and it's I mean, I'm sure if I bought tons and tons of equipment, I can make it work. But man, it's such a pain in the ass. Some stuff is cut off. Some stuff makes the screen flip, and some of it flat out I just can't see, especially the AGA stuff. I mean, that is the one burdensome thing about the whole situation that emulation corrects pretty readily is that, because it's tough. It's tough trying to do that stuff with your classic Amiga, but that's the price we pay, I suppose. Please carry on with your gimmick.
Okay, so we now have Cointreau is a little bit too expensive for me. I've got what I consider to be just as good.
Cheaped out. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, this is called Grand Gala, and
that's my mom's name.
And it is an orange liqueur, just like Cointreau. So, well, I'm
allergic to booze today.
Yeah. A little bit of that.
I'd be dead a million times if that was the case.
And 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice. This is the freshest lime juice from Walmart. Don't believe that it says lemon juice. It's lime juice, really. It's lemon juice.
Is it? Is it supposed to be lime?
It's supposed to be lime juice. What's the difference? This is the boat Cosmo.
The boat's sinking. I can feel it.
All right, and then we add 1 ounce of cranberry juice. Now I don't have pure cranberry juice, but I thought we'd make this like a Cosmo spritzer. So I've got some sparkling cran raspberry here. Pour a little bit of that in there. And then finally, we end with 1.5 ounces of vodka.
If you can get it off here. Wow. And that's the good stuff there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Grey
this
Goose.
is the Grey Goose.
That's a rich man booze right there. I was a Vladimir fan back in the day.
Why am I
cheapest
not surprised?
Booze. Well, hey, you get what you could afford, man. I wasn't making Grey Goose money at the time.
Well,
my goose was cooked.
All right, so we got this, and we just kind of give it a little shake. We'll put some ice in a glass for you there.
So you don't shake that up; you just sort of pour it in.
Well, you don't normally shake drinks that have carbonation in them.
Oh yeah.
So instead, we'll just give a little.
What's carbonated? The ocean spray.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is the result. It doesn't smell very good.
It doesn't smell very good. You can really smell that lemon juice.
It smells god awful. It smells like bathroom for some reason. I don't know.
This is terrible. Wow. Man, that's nasty.
That's a dud, Boat. That's a waste of Grey Goose right there,
So
sir.
the boat, Cosmo.
What you can do here? I'm going to tell you how to make this better. Uncork the Grey Goose, and then give me about twice what's in there now.
Okay.
And then we'll try it then. Because
Maybe that was the problem.
This is not. It doesn't taste like alcohol. It tastes like you just poured a bunch of lemon juice in the glass. That's good.
Okay.
Now I know you're not supposed to.
I'll sweeten mine up a little bit too.
I got Boat dumping this in here, so I keep thinking we don't have to pretend we're not on radio only here because no one listens to this. They always watch it.
It's
right?
always watched.
You know.
Yeah. The issue is that lemon juice is really overpowering.
That sucks, Boat. That's no good. That's a fail. So we'll just move right along into that segment. So WrestleMania is this weekend.
It is the road to WrestleMania. Now,
I know you like to quiz me, but I'm going to quiz you this week.
Okay,
and I'll share my thoughts.
Now, in years past, you've always had a big, crazy party at your place.
I've never had that.
It's just been crazy. Lampshades on the head.
No, that's never happened. That's never happened. That's never happened at my house.
This year, what is the plan?
There is no plan. As I mentioned in a previous show, I have no plan.
So you're just going to watch Mania maybe on like Monday?
I don't know what I'll get to see.
Work,
it's things have come up that have caused me to not know what I'm going to be doing, even at this late date. I'd like to get together with people and see it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. And certainly, the last time I had people in my house, they kept my boy up on a school night, and so that didn't get over too good. You know what I'm saying? If I find somewhere to go, I thought about actually looking around, seeing what bars were playing it, and maybe getting a group to go and do that.
That doesn't seem like a bad idea.
It's a Sunday. I don't know how it's going to fly. But that much said, just briefly, because I know our Patreon subscribers are all huge wrestling fans, and when we talk about wrestling, they turn it up. So briefly, ever so brief, I'm going to read off some of these matches, and I want to see who you think is going to win.
All right.
And what I like about this is that you don't have any idea. So what we should do is, here's a pencil.
Okay.
Why don't you write down who you pick, and then I'll write down who I pick, and then we'll see who's right sometime.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So in the opener, that's supposed to be on the pre-show, the match I'm looking forward to probably most on the entire show, Adrian Neville, the champion of the cruiserweights, is taking on Double A, the greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries. Who do you got now?
I got Neville.
And you don't have any reason for this.
The reason why is because he's a member of the Neville Brothers. Tell It Like It Is one of my favorite songs.
Well, I'll tell you who he actually is. He's a very, very, very muscular British man.
Like I said, a member of the Neville Brothers.
So I'm gonna pick Double A in now.
Okay.
All right. So we disagree.
I'll write down your picks too.
You can put Double A. Now, okay. Here's your next one. Now, I don't just throw out a name here. The 2017 Andre the Giant Battle Royal, the Memorial. This is where they get all kinds of geeks that didn't get matches on the show to come out and win.
They earn their paycheck.
Now, there's no way you're going to guess this, but just throw out a name that might be in it, and we'll write it down.
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant's dead. This is modern geeks.
Earthquake.
Earthquake's dead. Modern geeks. These are currently in the WWF right now.
How about The Rock?
The Rock is not in the WWF. Okay, Harry, how's this? I'm going to pick a guy, and then you can sort of agree with me.
Okay.
I'm going to pick...
wait a minute. No, I got it. New Era.
Yeah. What? What does that mean? That's not a guy.
Well, you said at first. So
no, I thought you meant you were going to pick someone from the New Era.
No.
That's not a name.
Who are the guys that wear the green pants?
The New Day.
New Day.
You're going to pick... Okay, just put New Day down. You can have all three of them, although I don't think they're in it, but what the hell. I'm going to pick Braun Strowman, the obvious choice. And what a name that is, right? Okay. Now these matches, I'm going to read these as they're listed in this little box on Wiki. So, the next bout for the World Championship, Bray Wyatt, the Dirty Fat Wizard, taking on the Viper, Randy Orton. This is for the belt, the big belt.
The Wizard versus the Viper, right?
Yeah. I used to pick games with this chick on football at Lexmark, and she picked all the animal teams. That's how she won like 2 years in a row doing this. So maybe you can do the same thing.
I'm gonna go with who was the second guy?
It's the dirty fat wizard Bray Wyatt against Randy Orton, the Viper.
Okay, I'm going with Randy Orton.
Okay, I'm also going to go with Orton on that one.
Okay.
Here's a big one. All right. Goldberg.
I know
Bill
him.
Goldberg. Goldberg. The Jewish sensation against Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman.
With Paul Heyman? Is it 2-on-1?
Paul Heyman is his fat, bloated Jewish manager. It's funny that the Jewish guy's going off against the other Jewish guy. So you got Goldberg.
Are there only 2 in the WWE?
There aren't that many Jewish guys in wrestling. CM Punk's another one.
Interesting.
Colt Cabana. But anyway, you got Goldberg as the Universal Champion of the entire universe, against the undefeatable beast from the mayor of Suplex City, Brock Lesnar. Who do you like?
That's a tough one. How long has Goldberg had the belt?
He just won it last month.
Okay, Goldberg.
Okay, I'm going to pick Brock because I'm pretty sure he's going to win. So break me down for Brock. Okay, this right here. This is supposed to close the show. The Undertaker. You heard of him?
I heard of him.
Against Roman Reigns. Undertaker's so old that it's unbelievable. He's in his 80s or something.
Against Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns is kind of a beefy guy, right?
He is a beefy
He's
Samoan
the opposite
man.
of...
There is no Paul Bearer. He's went on to the great beyond.
Right.
So Undertaker's on his own here.
When was the last time Undertaker won?
He won last year at WrestleMania.
I'm going with Taker.
Oh, snap. I'll take Roman Reigns because I think this is where Undertaker's going to finally retire.
See, every year we say this.
You're right. Now, this match makes me literally physically ill. The owner's son, Shane McMahon, taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles in a straight wrestling match, allegedly. I'm going to take AJ Styles because if he doesn't win, I will be incredibly offended that the owner's son went over AJ.
I'll take the owner's son.
Oh, look at you.
What's his name?
Shane McMahon. Now for the women's Raw Championship.
This is my wheelhouse right here.
You've got a 4-way dance. It's a women's 4-way, right? Sounds dirty, but it's not. So you got Sasha Banks, the giant Nia Jax, Bayley, the champion, and then the Nature Boy's daughter, Charlotte Flair.
Which one's the British one?
None of these people are British. So none of these women are British.
Well, then I've got to go with Flair's son since there's no...
It's his daughter. You're really bad at this, aren't you? Put me down for Flair, too.
Okay.
I've never been against the Flair. By the way, they just recently unveiled this huge life-size bronze statue of an H.
Where?
In his robe. It looks like Jesus.
Is it outside the Kentucky State Police?
No, it should be. The Triple H, I guess it's going to be a headquarters, but it was beautiful. I saw it on TV. Okay.
Where is the headquarters of WWE? New York?
It's in Stamford, Connecticut. Okay, now, here's a grudge match. Chris Jericho, the Lionheart, Y2J, been around for a dog's age. He's the U.S. champ. He's taking on KO, the prize fighter, Kevin Owens, big tubby Canadian from hell.
I got to go with Y2J.
Oh, no. I got to go with Owens he's going to screw over Y2J in this one. Now, this is an interesting bout because there's much, and this is a 2-part question. So it's a mixed tag. You got The Miz and his wife, Maurice, the beautiful French Maurice. They're taking on John Cena. Can't see me. And his girlfriend, Nikki Bella, of the Bella Twins.
She's British.
No, none of these people are British either. There's a French lady in here. So the word on the street. So first, who do you like in this? John Cena and Nikki Bella, or The Miz and Maurice?
I like The Miz. I just like The Miz. I think he's cool.
Okay, so write that down.
Okay.
I'm going to take Cena.
The Miz is the one that used to be Russian, right?
No.
Who was that?
Miz was Mike Mizanin, the guy from The Real World.
Who's the guy that used to be Russian?
There's a guy that you talking about
that came in driving the tank last year.
Oh, you're talking about freaking what's his name? With Lana.
Yeah.
I don't remember. He's not on. He's in the Battle Royal. You could pick him for
I'm
the Battle
picking
Royal.
him for the Battle Royal.
Write him in up there. That's a better choice.
Okay. What's his name?
What do you keep asking me that I can't remember, all right?
I'll just say Russian tank
Russian
driver.
guy. That's all you do. The guy with Lana. That's all that matters. It's bad that I don't remember. It'll come to me. Anyway, so here's the added bonus stipulation of that mixed tag.
Okay.
Word on the street is that after this match, John Cena will propose to Nikki Bella in the middle of the ring. Will it happen?
So you think he's got to win because of that?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the word on the street is he will propose.
Okay,
Are you
we'll
going to
find
go
out.
with yes or no till she says yes or the proposal happens?
Oh, so that's like a side bet then.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and I'll put you down for Cena.
I'm going to put yes. There is a proposal.
Okay. I'll put yes too.
Okay, good choice.
Okay,
now this is one that you probably don't know anything about. In fact, the rest of these you're probably screwed. Dean Ambrose. Crazy Dean Ambrose. He's crazy.
Mm-hmm. He studied with Malenko, right?
No. This guy he's some sort of Intercontinental Champion, okay? He's taking on Baron Corbin.
Tell me about
the
him.
Ex-NFL giant balding man. He's the lone wolf. He's a lone wolf. He's going for the belt. What do you think? It's a tough one, isn't it?
I like the name Baron.
Yeah. That's a good first name because it makes people think you're a Baron.
Baron Corbin.
I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose in this one.
Okay.
Now, this is a stupid match. We're almost done. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, a.k.a. The Club. Right?
So you invent a name?
Yeah. Taking on Enzo Amore. Gallows and Anderson are the champions of the world, tag team champions. Taking on Enzo Amore and Big Cass, the New Jersey Connection. They're taking on the team of Cesaro and Sheamus. This is for the tag team belts.
I'm going Cesaro and Sheamus.
Good choice, but I'm going to have to go with the hideous Enzo Amore and Big Cass. He puts the ass in Cass.
Who's the other guy's name?
Enzo Amore. Good name. He's funny, but he's a goof. Typical Jersey guy. All right. And I can say that. So, your final match on this list here. This is a huge card of matches, if you think about it. You've got this is every chick on SmackDown. All right? Naomi versus Carmella versus Mickie James versus Natalya versus the last kicker, Becky Lynch, versus Alexa Bliss. This is for the Women's SmackDown Championship.
Which, you know what I'm going to ask?
All right.
Which one is British?
Becky Lynch is not British. She is, I believe she's Scottish.
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch. It's a good choice.
How about you?
I'm going to take Mickie James in the upset.
Okay.
The old timer. And then let me look and see. Who'd you pick for the... you picked who for the Battle Royal? You picked the Russian.
I picked the Russian.
And I'm looking to see if he's actually in it. And...
It's going to be bad if he's not in it.
Mojo, I don't see him in it.
Okay.
I think he's hurt. Here's a list of guys in it.
Is Coco Beware on there?
He's retired. Look at these lists. Goldust is in there. Mm-hmm. He's an old guy.
Kurt Axel's in there?
Curtis Axel. That would be a major upset if he would win. The Usos, Connor and Victor. Simon Gotch, Sin Cara. Tian Bing. I've never even seen this guy.
He was a late ad.
You should pick him. Tian Bing.
Tian Bing.
All right. I think he's the Chinese student that's come up. So there you go. There's our picks, and I guess we'll go over those at some future show. Probably not. Probably forget.
What I'll do is I'll put this up on the blog, NCAA tournament style. And
let people vote. They don't get no votes.
And you can play along at home as you're watching Mania, as I'm sure you all will be.
And now here's the big question. What's worse? This segment we just did or this drink?
I thought this segment was pretty good.
Is this the worst pre-show of all time? If you're not into wrestling or booze, you're screwed.
You know, I think that I'm not into wrestling, but I love talking about wrestling with you.
That is hideous.
Because you know a lot about wrestling.
That is hideous. I can't remember the guy's name though.
And so I think that this drink is much worse than this pre-show.
It's bad.
Yeah,
I really there's no way to rescue it.
Don't make. I think the problem is that this is like concentrated lemon juice, and maybe I should have probably used about a tenth of what was in there.
I told you it smelled like it does. It smells like a public bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after it's been cleaned, they tried to cover up the stench, but it's not working.
Right,
and it tastes like that too. If you've ever licked one of those,
I finished it off.
Hey, you know me, I could guzzle anything, but man, it's got to be a limit, yo.
All right, well, this will bring the end of the pre-show. We'll see you on the real thing.
Adios.